We would like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Sonic Electronics, so check them out for great deals on speakers, head units, amps, subs, wiring, etc. Use discount code PROVOBEAST for an instant 5% off your next purchase during checkout. PROVOBEAST doing another install today, a little bit unique, different than my typical car audio videos. Today we're going to be replacing the factory subwoofer that's distorting very bad, assuming that it's blown, in a factory subwoofer. It's a Yamaha brand subwoofer and amplifier all-in-one for a home theater system. The 8-inch factory subwoofer has gone out, and every time the bass hits, it just rattles like crazy. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. The speaker we've gone with is this Skar Audio 8-inch woofer. The reason why we've chose this one is very budget friendly, and for the price and the quality of this woofer, it's not a bad choice. So we've chosen this. What we're going to do is get the factory woofer out, and we're going to show you how to wire this up in the event that your similar subwoofer has gone out in your home theater system. Alright, so what we've done here is we pulled off the factory speaker grill. It was just held on with pressure, and we unscrewed 4 screws out of the actual factory housing and unplugged the wiring, and there we are. As you can see here, there's a little tear in the cone, and I wouldn't be surprised if the coil itself also is in bad shape. So as you can see here, the comparison between the aftermarket and the factory one, pretty big difference. It's almost about the same profile or mounting depth. This one itself is super clean. Now, looking here, most likely our factory grill may not fit over this woofer, since the actual surround on the cone itself sticks out a little bit further than this one. But that's okay. It looks nice. So what we're going to do is get this wired up. Now, this is a dual voice coil, and this is a single voice coil. Now we got to make sure we wire this correctly so it's compatible with the factory amplifier inside. Now when we flip this on over, it's a 6 ohm lead. Now let's grab our multimeter and actually see exactly what our leads here show. Okay, so we got our multimeter hooked up on the ohm setting, and we're showing actually about 5 ohms. So we got that hooked up there. So it shows a 6 ohm, but it's about 5 ohms. So what we've chosen here, this woofer is a dual voice coil, 2 ohm, and what we're going to be doing is wiring this in series. We chose dual voice coil because we knew this factory woofer was about 5 or 6 ohms, and this one we're going to wire to about 4. Hopefully our factory amplifier in there can sustain 4 ohms. So we're going to go ahead and get that set up. I'll kind of post a wiring diagram so you can kind of see how this wires all together. Alright, so we went ahead and got this wired up. Now if you wire it in series like we've done here, typically you do one positive to one negative, and the positive goes to the amp and the negative goes to the amp on the coils. See that separated. If it was in parallel, you'd actually just wire a jumper to both sides, and then you wire from the amplifier just to one side, and then a jumper connecting the other side. That's in parallel, but this is in series, as you can see there. Let's go ahead and check out to see what our impedance reading shows with this configuration. Alright, so we got this hooked up here, and as you can see, reading about almost the exact same impedance as the factory one, which is great. That's what we want, and we know that's totally stable with the factory amplifier, so we don't blow anything, we don't risk damaging any internal parts. So at this point, we're good to go. Let's get this all cleaned up. We're going to flip the subwoofer up and start mounting it in the actual port itself. Alright, so we got that mounted. Now, fortunately, I was able to match up 4 of the factory screw holes from the old sub with the new sub, and then just using a drill bit and a drill, I drilled 4 new holes as well and mounted that in with all matching screws, so it's nice and snug. There's no gaps around the actual seal itself. At this point, let's go ahead and give it a little test. it actually turns out that the speaker grill fits great, believe it or not. Plenty of clearance, you can kind of feel in there, feel the cone surround, and it's not touching anything, so pretty sweet. If you have any questions about this factory speaker replacement, an 8-inch, go ahead and post a comment below. Thanks guys for watching the channel, we certainly appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.